Here we are, back out on the club lake. Trying a different approach. I'm coming down the paddy yard. Quite show it really. Where the small lilies anyway, end of the lake. I haven't got completely into the sort of like thick of it, because I think that's just asking for trouble. So what I'm doing is I'm casting across to the other side, to the entrance of a swim over there. I'll just single hook baits over there, dipped in Spotted Fin's active gel, which I think will be a good little way of attracting the fish as they're moving between the pads. And then to the left of me, I'm not going too far out, there's another set of pads just there, and I've just more or less done the same there. I'm just no freebies, no nothing, just dipping the hook baits in active gel. What I'm considering doing is actually making up some sort of little stringers and little bags, and maybe sort of mixing a little bit of the active gel up with some pellet and things. I don't know, I'm just going to have a play with it. I've used it a little bit on and off, but I've really got it to use on here realistically. Probably more for the winter really, because I don't sort of get on here that much. It's only because I've got sort of rained off where I was working, and by the time I got here it's clear blue sky and sunshine. I was laughing, and there's a fish in the pads just then, but it is now sort of clouding over again, and there is forecast to be rain, so I sort of tucked up behind a tree, tucked up with my brolly, but I think I'm going to end up with sort of getting wet feet, wet legs. I've only got about 2 hours, so we'll just see. I sort of even grabbed 2 rods really, and just I have my kit all sort of set out and ready to go, just other than my rods. So the fishing them both quite locked up at the moment, so I'm literally you see that's my knee, that's the rods, I'm on top of my rods, so I can grab them if I'm bursting into life or something like that. I've got the bobbins sort of not quite on the floor because there's a little bit of debris and stuff down there, so we'll see how we go. It's the middle of the day, so it's not sort of the most productive time, and never will be, so my results are going to be a bit sort of affected by that, but it's be interesting. I'll say it's more on the winter side of things, I think, when I can just dip a hook bait in the active gel and just sort of lower it down into the margins and things like that, just let it sort of leak off and flow into the water. I'll give them a little bit of a track, draw them down, but you know, we shall see. I'm hoping the same sort of do the same thing here really, across the other side, sort of when they're moving between the 2 sets of pads and things, they'll sort of come across this trail of stuff just drifting up to the top. It should maybe produce me a fish or not. I don't know, I think it's cool stuff, really cool idea, and it's well, sticks to your hook baits incredibly well. That's why I'm sort of thinking about trying to do sort of little tiny bags and things. I don't know, I'll have to say it's only sort of the second time I've really played with it really. I played with it in the margins on the airfield like the other week, and it looked absolutely fantastic. Did a little underwater video, and I was amazingly impressed, I must say. But there we go. Right, I've got to make sure I'm sort of quite organised with stuff, and all ready to go really. So I've got to sort out my unhooking mat and things. But is it looking grey? And I thought it was about to rain. I thought I'd better get this done really. So there's a fish crashed in the pads, so just never know, do you really? Never know. Right, probably a tench now, my luck, but anyway, right, let's be lucky, shall we? Be lucky. A bit of luck getting out today, so we shall see. Well, the rain's setting quite heavily now. I've seen fish moving around, crashing out in the pads and things. You know, so they're on the move. They're moving around. At one point, one was quite close to me, and I was sort of quite confident I was going to get a take. But I think they're just, well, mucking around, playing really. They're not eating. But as I said, I fish the trickiest times of the day, to be fair, so it's never going to be that easy for me. So I've just got to do what I can do, and take what I can get, really. I can either sit at home and do the housework and watch television, or I can just sit here relaxing and enjoying this, wonderful world that we live in like this. So no, I'm going for doing this rather than doing the latter, most definitely. We shall see. We're not moving swim. It's just to say it's too wet to move swim. I've seen fish around where I'm fishing, so I know I'm not overly far away from them. I've just got to wait for them to move over the hook bait, pick up a little bit of attraction, scent, and go for a bit of a feed. Really, I am sort of tucked away under my brolly at the moment. Not the biggest brolly in the world, but we should be okay. We get a bit of damp, doesn't really matter, to be fair. Wind's picking up nicely. The conditions are unbelievable, I must admit. I'd so love to be doing a night. I'd so love this weather to have been last 2 nights of my syndicate. It would have been absolutely fantastic, as opposed to the sort of the weather I got. But can't always win them all. As we need rain at the moment. Being a gardener, the gardens are just concrete, so we need this rain over the last few sort of times it's rained recently. So not going to complain about that. Definitely need it. Make the ground a lot better. Might even top up the lakes and rivers a little bit, but probably not. I think the ground's just going to absorb it all, really. But we'll stick with it. Got to be on about 2:30, so I've probably got about an hour and a half in total left to go now. So there's still every chance. I'm forever hopeful something's going to occur. So I shall update you before I leave. And fingers crossed, one of these does rip off. Well, these carp seem to be everywhere at the moment. I've moved the left-hand rod to over the other side because there's more activity over that margin there than there is over my margin. They're jumping out all over the place. Every time I try to video anything, they don't jump, just go dormant again. As soon as I put the camera away, give it 10 minutes, they're back crashing out of the water. So I think what I'm going to have to do is bring a camera down here and just rig it up to go, really. But there we go, really. We're down to about the last 20 minutes now. So desperate measures. Moving that rod over there. I think that's what we can do, really. So there's so much activity over there. There's probably more over there in amongst the pads and things and the channels, which would be problematic if I hook one, but I might have to have a look at that for next time. Work out how I can approach it. I need to look how much of the channel is across the far side. Also looks like I'm going to be packing up in the rain, no doubt, as well. It's now actually starting to get heavier, so I'm actually going to sit back a little bit, tuck myself away around here. Hope one of those rattles off in a little while. I've been feeding the robins most of the day. They're quite happy, quite funny, bless them. So you might be able to even better hear it now. You can see the murkiness, it's gone all a little bit murky now. See the corner of my brolly there, I'm just literally just tucked up under my brolly. But we'll see. We came, we tried. So it's I think it's easier fishing here in the winter, to be perfectly honest with you. That's what I'm starting to think, really. Don't know. Pleasant view, a lot warmer in the summer than it is the winter, but they just seem to be spread out more, if you know what I mean. They got all this food in the pads to eat, and there's just so much food in these pads. It's just, you know, why would you come out and pick up a boilie, really? What I can't believe is they're going around still mowing the fairways on the golf course in this weather. Absolutely lovely job that would be. Oh, yuck. Well, I can only but hope one of these does rattle off, but not really sure if it's going to. Conditions have obviously vastly improved and the sunshine we had earlier, but yeah, more to pan round really. I know I'm still the only one here. The bailiff lady came around for a chat, about 20 minutes talking to her. Yeah, quite interesting, get a bit of information, see how things go. Apparently they're going to butcher a few more trees at some particular point in time. I'm glad they didn't bother getting me night ticket. Apparently you can't move on here at weekends, so don't need that really. Just happy sort of doing a few hours during the days and sticking to my syndicate water on the weekend really. But no, it's nice and it's good. And I think this could be heading for my third sort of summer-ish blank on here really. There we go. Right, I'm going to stop waffling and come back in a bit. Well, my little friendly Robin, it's time for me to pack everything down and head home. We've tried. Conditions have been pretty good. The carp just aren't interested in bait, or they aren't interested in my bait. One of the two. They did not rattle off. I thought they would do. I must admit, I've been close to the fish, but clearly not as close as I need to be. I might actually try it next time, is go into that swim over there. It's there, and sticking one rod in the margins and doing it like that. Hey, Mr. Robin, and see if that makes any difference. I just realised I stuck my finger in front of the lens. Joy. A little shrink that little bit out. If I forget, you can always laugh, can't you? He's down there at the moment, trying to. Well, he was down there. Where is he now? Oh, he's down here now. Right round here. I'm gonna stop videoing Robin, so I need to. Look a little bird. Oh, they're absolutely beautiful. Right, I do need to get packing away. I was sort of hoping that that blue sky up there would just come and get me just at the right minute, and we can actually not get too wet. Tackle's wet, but it is what it is. Right, I have to go, otherwise small children are going to be grumpy, very, especially as it's raining more than normal really. They can't get in. Right, catch up with you soon. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Just remember, you can't win them all. Shame, but that is what it is. It's been an enjoyable few hours and I thoroughly loved it. If you're on the bank, have a little bit more luck than me today, but just remember, enjoy yourself. It's so much better than being stuck indoors, sitting out in the fresh air, innit?